Welcome, everyone. I'm Suzanne Morgan. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm so glad you're here. Today's practice is an exploration into Balasana, child's pose. Child's pose is oftentimes considered an entry level yoga pose, but it is more difficult and challenging than what a lot of people assume. And I'm going to teach you a bunch of different variations to help you really explore this, both for the body and how it can help and change the body, but also from an emotional point of view. So, in general, child's pose creates a flexion in the spine, and it also creates some space in the ankles, in the back, in the shoulders. Um, the first thing I'd like you to do is to really notice the shape of your body with child's pose. So we're going to take a classic child's pose. You can just watch me here for a second and notice that as I come into a classic child's pose with the arms back behind, the shoulders dropping down, can you notice where my knees are in relation to my upper body? Now, I have very long limbs, so my arms and my legs are super long, and my torso is super short. So, what child's pose looks like on me may not look the same on you. And so you may find that you have a lot more breath in the upper body than I do, just based on the compression that I get with the shape of my body. The point is that poses are different for every single person's body. And we need to modify and adjust and understand that so that we don't get frustrated. So let's go ahead and begin. We're going to start first with just two simple warm-ups, and then we'll head back into the different variations for child's pose. So let's just take the 6 directions of the spine. So inhale and open, the heart wide, let the shoulders roll back and down, arms reach back, look up, collarbones up to the sky. On your exhale, round the back, drop the head, and really draw that chin in towards the chest. Inhaling and opening. Exhaling and folding. And one more time. Bring the torso upright, lateral bends over to one side and now over to the other side. Again, one side and the other side. Coming upright with a nice long spine. Inhale, twist to the right, pause, twist to the left, to the right, to the left, and then back to front. So the 6 directions of the spine are an inhale and an arch, an exhale and a fold, rounding the back, Lateral bend to one side, lateral bend to the other side, twist to one side, and twist to the other side. Perfect. Turn back to the front. Start to make your way into down dog. So this is our second warm-up pose. Spreading the fingers. I like the hands a little bit wider than the shoulders. Of course, you can pedal the feet to start if you like. We'll be here for at least 30 seconds. Just waking up the back body, the backs of the legs. If you're pedaling the feet, you can settle the legs, working towards straight with both of them. Pushing through the index fingers, the heels of the hands, the thumbs. And then go ahead and make your way down onto all fours. So the first version we'll take is the classic version of Balasana, child's pose. And so the legs are together, the arms are back behind, the palms face up to the sky, and the back round. So importantly, the front of the shoulders relax towards the earth. We're trying to get this shape in the upper and mid back body that is rounded like a tortoise or like a turtle. And you can just notice some of the benefits here. Taking the chin in towards the chest, you feel a stretch through the back of the neck. But you may also feel a release in the upper back. This pose can also help you really focus in on the breath. See if you can draw the breath to the kidneys, so into the middle lower back part of the body. You can put your hands on the kidney area, just feel that. Inhaling, expanding into the hands. Exhaling, feeling that release. Drop the arms back down to the original position. Take a few more breaths like that. So in yoga, we really honor the different shapes of the body and really honor people um, modifying according to their own body. So if having the hips back to the heels is a bit uncomfortable for the knees or the flexibility of the hips, you can take a blanket or two and place it back behind the knees, and this will help you fold maybe a little bit more easily. You could also, if the head is hanging, you could put the forehead to the block for a child's pose. So don't be afraid to use your props in order to help you manage these poses and access these poses a little bit more. Another version for child's pose is the same thing, hips to the heels, but arms extended forward, pressing through the palms of the hands, lifting the elbows up, arms working towards straight. And so the difference here is, at least for me, you may feel it differently, is I feel an expansion in the side ribs. I feel that it's easier to expand into the lungs. Of course, it's a big stretch for the shoulders. Take one or two more breaths here. And then inhale, lift the head, lift the heart. We're going to do that same version, but this time the toes are tucked under. So to tuck the toes under, and you can pull those little baby toes out and land them onto the mat. This is called broken toe pose. I love this pose. Most people do not like this pose. It can be really intense for the feet, but I love the version of child's pose with the toes tucked under and the arms extended forward. It takes a little bit of the pressure off of the feet to have some weight in the upper body, but it still gives you that great stretch in the feet, which we so desperately need. Take a few breaths. I have my fingertips tented. And then inhale and come out of it and relax for a moment. So you can notice that the shape of child's pose, Balasana, is a very internal type of pose. So it really allows you to go inward. It's also a pose for protection, self protection. So if you're experiencing a lot of grief, if you feel overwhelmed, if you have a lot of anxiety, this is a great pose to really help you not only ground, but also come within yourself, is detach from all the chaos of the world going on around you. So it has, I think, a very profound emotional effect as well. Okay, so another version with the thighs together is to take the elbows out in front, point the fingertips, take the hands into prayer, point the fingertips up to the sky, and you can even let the hands start to drop back down to the back of the neck. This really encourages the chin to come in towards the chest and can be a great stretch again for the upper back, the middle back, the shoulders. And then inhale and come out of it. One more version with the thighs together like this. We're going to clasp the hands back behind. And you can take the unnatural cross of the fingers, so opposite index finger on top. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Take the hands away from the body. And now as you come over into child's pose, you can lift the arms up. And they may not come off very far. Your elbows may be bent.
You're squeezing the shoulder blades together, lifting the hands away from the body. And then inhale and rise up, lift up. And let's take a little bit of a break for the legs before we take the next versions. Walk the hands forward and step 1 foot back, toes tucked under, and just press through that back heel. And then change. And then back to all fours. Okay, let's come to the next version. Keep the big toes together, but walk the knees wide. We're going to come into a wide-legged child's pose. And so sink the hips back towards the heels, walk the arms forward. One version of this is to have the hands extended forward and really dropping the heart towards the earth. Careful not to overstretch the shoulders. I have pretty much flexibility in my shoulders, so you may not be able to drop it down this much without creating tension. Just honor your body. And notice how the energy changes here. You may feel a deep stretch in the inner thighs. If this becomes too much for the shoulders, go ahead and fold the arms in. You could even rest the forehead onto the top of the hand. So now the stretch also includes the inner thighs, the glutes, the hips. Inhale and lift up. Take a break for a moment. The next version is again wide-legged. Extend the arms forward. This time we're going to walk the hands over to the right and place the torso onto that right thigh. Drop the head down. So you're getting a side twist. You can even pick up that left hand and place it over onto the right hand for a little bit more intensity. Take a few breaths. I find this pose to be very calming, very meditative. Walk the hands over through center and now over to the left side. Same thing. Even though the torso is more onto the left thigh, gently press down with the right sit bone. Back of the head is long, back of the neck is long, or the chin tucks slightly in towards the chest. This is the opportunity to breathe into the right side ribs. And then inhale, walk the hands back to center. One more pose here, and then we'll do two poses before we end the session today. So arms extended forward, we're still here into a wide-legged child's pose. And feed that left hand down and through underneath the right arm, dropping the head, the left shoulder, the side of the head towards the earth, looking underneath that right arm. Inhale, lift up, plant the left hand, feed that right arm down and through. I find these child poses, these variations, to be very soothing, very quiet, very internal. And then inhale, lift the head, lift the heart, and walk your hands up. Walk the hands forward. We'll just do a couple stretches before we end class today. A little counter stretch for this child's pose is going to be to let the hips drop forward, roll the shoulders back and down. You're coming into a modified up dog. The knees are still wide, the big toes touch each other. Take a few breaths. You can look up. And then pulling back through the belly, bring the hips back, draw the knees back to parallel, and once more come into your down dog. So notice that Balasana, child's pose, is an inversion, as is down dog. Very calming. Touch the knees down. You can cross the ankles back behind, draw the legs through, and take the legs out in front of you. Inhale and the arms reach. Let the spine be long. Engage the arm bones into the socket. Pull the belly in slightly. Take a nice deep breath in. And exhale. Take a fold over. Inhale, lift the head, lift the heart. So that's it for class today. I hope that helped you connect in with the body, mind, and spirit. Thank you so much for practicing. Namaste.